Welcome to TechChuckle, where we turn tech tips into fun, bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. Today we're diving into the world of Google Sheets, a tool that can transform your data handling skills from basic to brilliant. Whether you're a student trying to organize study schedules, a professional managing complex reports, or just someone who loves data, mastering Google Sheets is a game changer. Stick around as we explore some of the most powerful functions that can save you time and make your data work for you. Alright, now for the first and most important function, it's called the sum function. So what you're going to do is just select an empty cell and press equals sum, as simple as that. And as you might have guessed what it does, you can just add up all of these cells over here. Alright, so what you can do is just select this gap here and highlight the cells that you want to sum up and press enter. As you can see, you can just get the total right here. It's quick and easy. Alright, now for the second function, it's called the VLOOKUP. It stands for vertical lookup. So this function is useful for when you have a table and you are searching for the key and trying to find its value in one of the columns. For example, I want to know what category is this apple. So I can start out by doing equals VLOOKUP. And now this function takes in three parameters. The first is the search key, which is apple in this case. The second is the range. So this is the range of our table. I'll be selecting it like this. And then the third parameter is the index. So the index stands for which column are you looking for the value to extract from. So is it the item column, category column, or price? I want to know if the apple is a fruit or not, or a vegetable, or a bakery, or dairy. So I'm going to choose column 2, which is category. I press 2 here and enter. So this is telling me that in this table, the value of apple equals to fruit in the category column. Next up, if you want to search for the price, I can just increase the column index and I can get that the price is equal to 1. Okay, now for the third function, it's called the if function. And now this is just a simple function that maybe programmers might know of. So we have a little small exercise. We want to check if our item is expensive or not. So our boss told us if the item is more than $1, that means it's expensive. So we're gonna do this exercise in this cell here. We will write equals if. Now, I wanna check if the bread is expensive or not. So we know that it is because 2 is greater than 1. So how do we do that in Google Sheets? So we will go in here and write our logical expression. That's the first parameter. We will ask if this cell here, which is the price of bread, is it greater than 1? And now, if it is, the second parameter is the true result. So I will write yes, it's super expensive. And for the false, where if this statement returns false, then we want to have this result, which is no, it is pretty cheap. All right, so as we can see, this gave us the result that 2 is more than 1 and that the bread is expensive. Now, how about if we change this cell that we're testing for and give it a cell which is banana, 0.5, and press enter? Now it's going to give us the correct response. Okay, now for our fourth function, this is where it gets interesting. So I want to know how many vegetables do I have in my database. So in this table, we can see clearly that we have 2 vegetables. But once you have a million other items and a lot of different values, it gets hard to visually see it. So what we have in Google Sheets is this function called COUNTIF. So this function takes in 2 parameters. So the first parameter is The first parameter is the range that we're checking. So the range I'm checking is if this column has a value of the second parameter, which is vegetable. Alright, and now if I press enter, it's telling me that there are 2 vegetables in this database. And now you can obviously select this parameter and change the columns to check, for example, how many items are priced of 1 and how many apples we have, how many vegetables we have, how many fruits we have. So it's very versatile and very powerful. Alright, now for our last function. This is amazing because it treats the Google Sheets spreadsheet as our own mini database. So we have this table here and we got tasked of this question. What vegetables do we have? So we don't know, we might have 10 vegetables, we might have 20. So right now we have 2, but I am tasked to find what are the item names of these vegetables. So we're going to use a little complex query function, which is, as you might have guessed, query. So this function takes in, again, the table. So we're going to select the whole table. All right. And now if you guys are familiar with SQL and databases, you can do a simple query, which is select, and then you want to choose which column you want to select. All right, I'm going to choose column A, and I'm going to say where B equals vegetable. All right, and now this simple function will return to us many values, and it's going to be carrot and tomato. So as long as the column that we have has a value of vegetable in the B column, we can even select column C. So I want to see the price of these items. See, it gives us the corresponding values. And SQL and the database language is very, very, very powerful, and you can do a lot with it. So this is something for another tutorial. Thank you for joining us on this Google Sheets adventure. We hope these tips help you become a spreadsheet superstar. Remember, practice makes perfect. So start experimenting with these functions and watch your productivity soar. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more tech tips and tricks from TechChuckle. Until next time, keep smiling and keep learning.